Once upon a time in the projects.
Alright, today I am trying my hand at a beef brisket. This is the flat part of the brisket. It didn't come with the top portion. It weighs about 7.5 pounds. So if my understanding is correct, I'm supposed to let it cook 1.5 hours for every pound. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 hours. I'm just going to round it up to 12 to be on the safe side. The internal temperature that I'm going to be looking for on my brisket is 190 degrees. For the internal temperature is what I want to get it up to help it be nice and tender. I got my pit, my smoker fired up. I got the grill on. I'm waiting for it to get up to 250, and once at 250 I'm going to go ahead and put the brisket on. I used a rub that I got off AmazingRibs.com. Last night I went on and rubbed it down with it ahead of time, and the rub that I used called for 3 tablespoons of coarse black pepper. I need to get me a spice grinder because it took me a long time just to crank that out with my hand with a regular hand grinder. So I'm going to buy me a spice grinder maybe for Christmas. 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of mustard powder. 2 teaspoons of mustard powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of cayenne powder. Now, there's also a mop sauce that's going to go with this that I'll be filming a little bit later. That's going to go with it. So if y'all see a can of beer or a bottle of beer, I haven't backslid or anything like that. But the recipe calls for a can of beer, so I'm going to try as is first before I venture off and try to do something different. And there's also a barbecue sauce recipe that I'm going to try on this brisket. Now the sauce and the mop came from the Food Network website, and I read some of the reviews of some of the people who tried using who use it, and all of them really liked it, so I thought I'd give it a try. Alright, so I'm waiting on my grill to get down to 250, and after that the next shot I'll be showing you is placing my food on the grill. Okay, my internal temperature is reading, holding steady at 275. That's a little bit higher than what I wanted it, but I'm going to go ahead and start there just so I can, because the meat is cold and I didn't get it at room temperature. But I'm started at 275, and the rest of the night is trying to keep it down between 225 and 230 once the heat drops. Cooking out. Today I'm smoking with, I'm going to be using applewood and mesquite on it. No, not going to do mesquite. I'm going to do applewood and hickory on it. Alright, I will be on the inside. I'll go ahead and get my mop ready to baste it with just about every hour. No, I'm not going to do it every hour. When I'm going to do it? Probably every 2 hours or so. I'm not going to be out here that often. Every 2 hours I'll probably come out and baste it with the mop. But this is my first brisket, so I'm just trial and erroring my way through. Alright, I'll see you on the inside. Okay, I'm getting ready to make my mop sauce, and it's going to cost for 3/4 cups of beer, some apple cider, some Worcestershire sauce, vegetable oil, and some of the rub that I made for the beef brisket. So let's start off with, it wants 3/4 of a cup worth of beer. I ain't backslid. I'm not drinking the beer. Probably gonna get arrested my neighbor. That's the 3/4 beer. Maybe the next go around I'll find a substitute for it. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 12 ounces of beer. That's that. 12 ounces of beer. I messed up. I added that. Well, okay, I'm going to get started on my mop sauce, which calls for 3/4 cups of vinegar. $12 ounces of beer. So this is 24 ounces, about half the can. Okay. 1/4 cup of oil. Tablespoon of my dry rub. Tablespoon. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And teaspoon of coarsely ground pepper. It's gonna be a real pepper in it because the rub had a lot of pepper in it. And a 1/4 cup of water. Alright, go ahead and stir all of this up. Heat on. And then it calls to let it simmer for 10 minutes. Sorry for the jerking. So I'll be going back out and once this gets heated up, I'll be going out to baste it on a brisket. So alright, I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm getting ready to baste it with some of the mop that I made. I'm going to baste it right now. Get a little plume of smoke. Alright, I'll see it again at midnight. Well, here's the finished product, or the beef brisket. I finished it in the oven. I got tired of going out and going back and forth outside to heat up the grill. So it's probably going to be up a little dry. I had set I wanted the internal temperature to be 190, and I thought I had turned the alarm on for the digital thermometer, but I didn't. So when Joanne woke up and I asked her what was the internal temperature, she said it was 212. So while it's not burnt, the meat might be rather kind of dry, but there's a sauce that goes with it, so maybe that'll make up for it. So I'm going to let me go ahead and take a cut it and make sure you can see. Okay, I'm going to cut it. I know you're supposed to cut either forward against the cut again here. And Marilyn and Joe, if y'all watching, Randall to get some of this. Tell Randall I'll be sending him some of this. Alright. Alright, let's see. Take this piece right here. Okay. And I have a little bit of a smoke ring right here on the bottom. Right there, that red part right there is my smoke ring going around. Some of the fat on the top. See, it's pulling apart, kind of funny, but not too bad. Not as dry as I thought. Yeah, on this piece here, and I moved to the center, I'm still kind of juicy. Ain't too bad. Like I said, there's a sauce that goes with it. This piece a little bit deeper in. Yep. Another good piece. I said there's about 1/8 of a smoke ring around it. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish slicing this up. And we'll probably eat this for dinner today. I'll be making a sauce this afternoon after church. But that's it. Just the beef brisket. I think I started it, I can't remember what time I started it, but I didn't get it off the grill till 4:30. Took it off the grill at 4:30 and brought it in the house, and Joanne woke up for work to do her stuff about 5. So I guess, no, it was 6 something. It was about 6 o'clock when it was finally done. Alright, so that's my beef brisket, my first try of beef brisket. I guess it turned out right. Alright, those of you that get to taste it, let me know your thoughts and comments about it. Alright, take it easy. Y'all have a blessed